Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpiola here, bringing you guys another tutorial, this time on how you guys can get the brand new wonder weapon Alistair's Folley for free inside of the new map. You may know it can be got out of the box, but there is also an Easter egg that can get you a free one from a safe, and we're also going to go over after that how you can get the Chaos Theory and the Alistair's Annihilator wonder weapon upgrades. These make it even more powerful, give it cool special charged abilities that make it really a lot more awesome. Both of those actually are near for a trophy. This will also show you how to create Prima Materia 3 times in one game, which is a trophy, as well as how to get the Annihilator, which you have to shrink 15 zombies with a single shot. These upgrades are awesome, and we're going to go through every single one of them for you guys in one video. Actually, if you look at the top of the description, you'll actually see the timestamps. If you just want to jump to one particular part of this, if you want the free one, if you want the Chaos Theory upgrade, or if you want the Annihilator, this is going to go over that for you guys, and these are actually needed for the main quest too, so very important to learn these. So yeah, we're going to start off with the free one. So for the free one, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get 4 symbols, 4 different colours, and we're going to have to enter them into the safe. These can be found around the map. Each colour is kind of found in a different location. So starting off with a blue symbol can be found in the cemetery graveyard area. So for the first location here where it can spawn, if we just look behind that wee barrier, into that wee gravestone tucked in that corner, that's one spawn. And then if we go up the staircase by that house, you can just see on the roof where I shoot, that's another location. And then finally, if we just head over to this little lion gravestone, that's where mine actually is, and it's a blue Z. They're all kind of similar to a letter, so very easy to remember these. So our second symbol, this is going to be the green one, can be found down in the greenhouse area, funnily enough. So if we just head down the staircase towards the lab kind of thing, if we just look left in this gate, you can see one of the spawns there where I shoot at will be tucked away behind there. The next one actually is if you just follow this wee path along into this little round hut, you can see where mine spawned there, and I have the kind of D-like icon. And if we push further down towards where the area where the perk can be, you'll actually see it can spawn in that little room there, and it will just be around the doorway area. I'm sure you guys will spot it. And then also on the other side of the perk, you will see behind that gate is a second place where it can spawn within this area. That's going to be your second symbol, guys. So make sure you're taking note of these as you go along. But our third symbol will actually be found in the actual mansion itself. So the first one can be up on this wall inside of the master bedroom. And then if we go out towards the east gallery, you'll see our third one can be here, just around the top of this staircase. That is a possible place where it can spawn. And then our third location is going to be downstairs inside of the actual, area, inside the wine cellar area, sorry. And it'll actually be, if you just follow along this little kind of pathway right towards the end of it, tucked away, it can spawn on this little barrel. As you can see, I have a red X for this one. And then the fourth location for this one is actually going to be, if we go towards the dining room, you'll just see behind this little bar area, it can actually be on that wall. That's all 4 locations. For your third one, guys, we just need to get one more, and then I'm going to show you how you actually get this. And now, guys, we're on to our fourth and final symbol, which will actually be found outside in the entrance towards Pack-a-Punch. The first one can just be behind this little doorway as we go out towards the forest. Our second one can just be on this wall here. This is the yellow symbol, and it's just on that little wall as you see me point to. And then on the other side, it can actually be on the other side of that gate there. And then our final one is if you actually look up towards the house on the left hand side at the balcony, you will actually be able to see where it is if it wasn't in those first 3 locations. And that, guys, means now you do have all 4 of your symbols, which means we are good to go and get our wonder weapon. Make sure you have these noted down and simply head into the library. Now you're actually going to see, if you go right to the back of the library, there is actually a safe here where the wonder weapon can be seen. It's just sitting there, and pretty much all you have to do is you have to hold square to interact with each of these locks, as you can see, and you have to set them all to the symbols you saw. Once that's done, just point your cursor at the wonder weapon, hold square, and the safe will open and the wonder weapon can be collected, guys. That's a very simple way to get a free one. This can also actually be got from the box if you don't want to do this. If you want the rest of your team to get one, they'll have to get it from the box. But now we're going to go over the exciting part, which is how we get 2 very awesome upgrades for this weapon. So guys, now we're going to be moving on to our stage 1 upgrade titled Chaos Theory. Now we are going to need some prerequisites before doing this. Many of these things I'm sure most of you guys know how to do. So I'm just going to go over this with you guys. You're going to need to know how to open Pack-a-Punch. You're going to need how to get silver bullets. and the brand new shield in this map. All three of these things I would recommend you have ready to go, but I wouldn't open the Pack-a-Punch gate until the other things are done, because that is actually going to be a helpful way to get this first step done nice and easy. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to need to build the silver bullets, and you're going to want to get a decent enough gun that you can put these on, because this is actually going to be how we get our first part. I'd recommend putting them on an AR or something, and don't be stupid like me and put them on an unupgraded trench gun. Just build them, put them on your weapon. As I say, there'll be a guide link down below. And now you're going to need to make sure Pack-a-Punch is ready to be open, because we're going to need to head over to the gates and open it. Simply, once you have the 3 tuning forks, interact with the gate to open it, and just, well, unload on that werewolf, honestly. Just shoot the shit out of him until, well, he will eventually die. And if you killed him with a weapon which has silver bullets in it, he will actually drop a part for you. This part you will need to pick up, and then we're actually going to have to take it to the greenhouse. Now the reason we're taking it over here is, as you'll see on screen, I take it over to this machine, and you have to hold square on it, and it will actually start a process of converting this to prima materia. Note, this is one of the 3 times we'll do this, which will actually get you a trophy in this process. So pretty much give it 30 seconds or so. You'll notice, because, well, you'll see it's doing a whole process, and then the light will go back to green, the thing will open, and if you go around the side of the machine, that is where it can be picked up. You now have your first part for the Chaos Theory upgrade, and honestly guys, the second one is just as simple to get. So now we're going to need to take this shield and head down to the library. You'll see here there's actually a bookcase I approach. You're just going to need to take out your shield, and you're just going to need to, well, melee it. And when you melee it, this whole case will actually open it up, and you will be able to pick up this part. This is a very cool little animation, I thought, pretty much, where this kind of thing, the whole thing, you know, it just opens up, and then pretty much it really was as easy as that. They're the only things you need to do once you've got the wonder weapon, and you will just need to then take it back to the greenhouse, and there is actually a workbench here where you can build the Chaos Theory weapon. You'll need to be holding your wonder weapon out to do this, but now you have the Chaos Theory. This has gained a whole new ability where you can hold it down to do a charge shot. One of them is this acid ability. It's pretty cool. I mean, it distracts zombies a bit, but the even cooler one happens, I believe, randomly. It picks one of these abilities to do, but the even cooler one that we are going to actually be using later on is the tornado ability, where this will actually then create an ice staff style tornado that will kill all the zombies that enter it. I find this one to be a really cool ability. Just this wonder weapon's honestly awesome, guys. A lot of fun to use, and we're going to go on to make it even better with our brand new Alistair's Annihilator ability into this next quest. So guys, this is where it gets a bit more complicated, going on to the Alistair's Annihilator upgrade, but don't worry, this upgrade is going to make your weapon super powerful. It's really going to be worth it. I'm going to make this really simple for you guys to do, because it's not that hard when you get your hands on the steps. So for the first step, we're going to need to head towards the mausoleum area at the back of the graveyard cemetery, and you're going to need to face towards the mansion itself, and you're going to notice along this little wall here is going to be a selection of lights. Some are going to be off and some are going to be on. Now one of them you're going to notice that's on, once you've got this Chaos Theory upgrade, one's going to be a little bit more orangey than the others. You're going to need to shoot this with the wonder weapon, at which point another one will in fact light up. You're going to need to follow these along this little path. Just look at the ones that I'm showing on screen here. Don't be going around the whole graveyard. And once you've completed the sequence of about 5, a bat will actually come off of it, and you're going to need to shoot it down with the wonder weapon. Once it's shot down, it will actually drop a part, and this part you're going to pick up, and we're going to go and turn this into another bit of prima materia. So for our second part, what we're actually going to need to be doing is we're going to need to kill vampires with the charged attack of the Chaos Theory. You do a charged attack by holding down the button and pretty much just while shooting at the vampires. You're going to need to kill 3 of these guys to fill up a bile jar, and you'll see this little yellow goo will kind of pop up on the ground. You're going to need to pick up, well, 1 off each of the first 3 you kill, and once you have 3, that is when this part has, well, been completed, and we're actually going to have to head back to the cemetery, and you're going to see there's a casket that's kind of glowing red. This one you're going to need to be prepared, set up for, make sure you've got perks and ammo ideally, and pretty much when you interact with it, it will open up and a vampire will jump out, and once it's out, you can kill it. This one will then drop a part, and, well, we can move on to converting this into prima materia as well. This is how we actually get our trophy, and there will be a bunch more that spawn around you, so you're going to need to be very careful here. And now for our last part, we're going to need to head down to the forest area around where Pack-a-Punch is, and you're going to see there's these little little piles of mushroom and dirt around there that are kind of glowing, and pretty much what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to somehow get zombies to dig these up, but don't worry, I'm going to explain how. Pretty much, as a zombie runs over these, you're going to need to hit them with a charged shot of the wonder weapon, and pretty much, if it does the tornado shot, that means it won't have worked, and you're just going to have to wait until it goes away, and then fire another shot, this time, until you eventually get to do the whole acidic shot. What I was doing at first is I was just shooting down a shot and letting zombies walk into it. That's not in fact going to work. You're going to need to have zombies moving over it already, and then you're going to have to do a charge shot directly at the zombie. And then this can be a bit finicky, but pretty much it will then dig it up. And there's actually 3 patches dot around this area. They're very clear, but I do show them throughout this clip. There's just 3 of them, and you're going to need to do this on top of each of them until eventually when one of them digs up this part, pretty much, well, yeah, one will dig up a part. It will only spawn in one of these 3 locations. Sometimes you might only have to do one, sometimes you might have to do all 3, but eventually it will dig up this part, and this is going to be in fact your last part to get the Alistair's Annihilator upgrade. Now lastly, we're actually going to need to head back to the greenhouse laboratory again, where we're going to be doing our final couple of steps. We're going to pretty much repeat the prima materia conversion from earlier. We're going to take one of the parts, insert it into the machine, let it do its whole process, and then it will actually come out and, well, you can pick it up. You're going to need to do this twice because we've actually picked up 2 different items, so unless you did this along the way, you're going to have to do this at the end here. So just do the quick conversions, just make sure you stay alive. You can hold a zombie throughout these, it's really no concern. I was actually doing it mid-round stupidly, but just make sure you don't die at this point because you'd be furious with yourself if you do. But as I say, just get both of those items, and then you can in fact go over to this crafting table and you'll be able to craft the Alistair's Annihilator upgrade. This is going to make it super powerful. It's going to give it a bunch more attacks. It's going to give it, it's still going to have the tornado, but also do a fire orb attack where it'll be able to kind of pick up zombies around it and they will all kind of attract to it and blow up. It's really cool. This one also has a scope on it, interestingly, which just makes it look really awesome. All of these have still got the whole ray gun kind of basic uncharged attack that gets even more powerful as you go along, honestly. But honestly guys, this wonder weapon is really sick when you get it all fully upgraded. Also, another one it can do is shrink zombies. And actually what you're going to want to do for a trophy is if you're just going to train up a bunch of zombies and then, well, just you're going to have to try this a couple of times, honestly. Because pretty much it can randomly do one of these different attacks. So you're going to have to do it until, well, you shoot into a big horde of zombies, and it will eventually do the shrink attack, and then it will shrink them all down and you will get a trophy. So I just want to bring you guys this little video to explain all of these upgrades. I decided to make it one mega video to help you guys out as much as possible, and if it has, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, because I do videos like this every single DLC drop. Every time we have new Easter eggs coming out, I cover them for you guys. So yeah, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you on more Black Ops 4 videos, guys. Bye!